Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Ceinsys Tech Limited Q2H1FY26 conference call hosted by Arihant Capital Markets Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Jyoti Singh. Thank you and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sasha. Hello and good morning, everyone. On behalf of Arihant Capital Markets, I thank you all for joining into the Ceinsys Tech Limited Q2H1FY26 earnings. Today from the management, we have Mr. Prashant Kamat. He is the whole-time director, vice chairman and chief executive officer. Mr. Suraj KP, he is the whole-time director and CEO. And Mr. Kaushik Kona, he is the managing director, India operations. And Dr. Abhay Kimmatkar, he is the managing director. And the CA Amit Saxena is the chief financial officer. So without any further delay, I will hand over call to Mr. Kaushik Kona, managing director, India operations, for his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Jyoti. Thank you and good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to welcome you to the earnings conference call for the second quarter and the first half of the financial year 2025-26. Let me first thank our host for today's Concall, Mrs. Arihant Capital. In the interest of some of the people who may be new to the company, let me first start by giving you a brief overview of the company, followed by the performance highlights for the quarter and the half year under review. Ceinsys Tech has been recently branded as CS Tech AI, while the corporate name remains as Ceinsys Tech Limited. We are a leading technology solutions provider in the IT-enabled sector. We are acclaimed for our expertise in geospatial engineering as well as other engineering services and solutions. We offer a broad range of geospatial intelligence services, including data creation, data analytics, decision support system, enterprise web solutions. In the year 2022, the company strategically expanded into mobility sector by acquiring Allegro Technologies, a specialized engineering service provider with a strong international presence. This acquisition allowed the company to enhance its capabilities into manufacturing technology and mobility engineering solutions, covering the entire product development process and industrial automation for diverse sectors such as 2 and 3 wheelers, passenger cars, commercial vehicles, and off-highway equipments. In the year 2024, we acquired a geospatial business of VTS in USA, which was majorly operating into telecom domain. Since then, we are identifying some more targets for inorganic growth to expand our horizons into the domains where the company is already operating, that is the geospatial and engineering services and technology solutions, for which the company has already mobilized almost $228 million. We serve prestigious global clientele, including large corporates, OEMs, asset management companies, and government bodies, highlighting a robust reputation in both geospatial and manufacturing sector. With offices in India, United States, UK, and Germany, the company combines local expertise with a broad international reach. Additionally, the company is venturing into software product development and emerging technologies through a vertical focus on artificial intelligence and machine learning and embedded electronics. This vertical emphasizes the development of AI and ML-enabled applications and solutions to enhance our delivery for the existing domains at the outset, reflecting the company's commitment to innovation and maintaining a competitive edge in a dynamic technological landscape. Now, let me come to the highlights of our financial and operational performance for the second quarter and the first half ended 30th September 2025. We are pleased to report another strong quarter, our best second quarter so far, marked by record revenue and EBITDA. For the quarter under review, our operational revenue grew by 82% year-on-year to 164 crore. EBITDA grew by 112% year-on-year to 36 crore, with an EBITDA margin of 21.77%, reflecting an improvement of 310 basis points year-on-year. Net profit stood at 26 crore, representing a growth of 120% year-on-year, with PAT margins at 15.72%. This performance continues our trend of steady sequential improvement with consistent quarter-on-quarter growth for more than last 6 consecutive quarters. For the first half of the year, our operational revenue grew by 95% year-on-year to rupees 320 crore. If you can recollect, the performance of the company for the year 2023-24 on a consolidated basis was 254 crore. So the first half of this year overtakes that by substantial numbers. EBITDA increases by 119% year-on-year to rupees 66 crore, with EBITDA margin at 20.56%, which is an improvement of 226 basis points year-on-year. Net profit for the first half was rupees 57 crore, a growth of 143% year-on-year, with PAT margins at 17.93%. The growth in both revenue and EBITDA margins was driven by successful execution of projects which have contributed to stronger margins. Additionally, our ongoing initiatives to improve operational efficiency have enabled us to manage higher volumes more effectively, further boosting our operational performance. As on September 25, our total order book stands at 1,092 crore, reflecting a healthy demand and strong customer confidence. We also contribute to maintain a solid financial position with an operational cash surplus of 47 crore. Execution of technology solutions projects saw 2.5-fold rise in Q2 of FY this year 25-26, rising from rupees 36 crore in the corresponding quarter last year to rupees 88 crore this quarter, underscoring strong demand and enhanced delivering capabilities. The technology solutions segment contributed 54% to the total turnover this quarter, reaffirming the company's strategic focus on the high-value digital initiatives. Our geospatial business also delivered healthy growth, driven by increased focus on water, IoT, and enterprise solutions. The geospatial and engineering services projects grew by 39% year-on-year from rupees 54 crore in Q2 of 24-25 to rupees 75 crore of this quarter, reflecting sustained demand and operational excellence. Further, our net working capital cycle stood at 160 days during this quarter, with improvements in recovery since October 25 and further expected recoveries in the next 2 to 3 months. We anticipate the cycle to reduce to approximately 120 to 130 days in the coming quarters. We invested rupees 21 crore towards the technology innovation and business development to further expand our presence in U.S. market, with rupees 13 crore out of this already expensed out towards the profit loss account during this quarter. During the quarter, we secured several major contracts which underscore the strength and the diversity of our offerings. These include an AEC software development project valued at 21 crore, which also includes a 3-year enterprise license commitment, and 2 project management consulting contracts valued at 115 crore and 11 crore respectively. These wins reflect the breadth of our capabilities and our continued success in securing large and strategic projects across multiple domains. In closing, we are focused on driving growth and continuing to deliver on our commitments. We remain optimistic about the future and look forward to sharing more updates as we progress. With this, I open the floor for question and answer session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question.
Your recording has reached the maximum length. To replay your message, press 1. To delete and re-record your message, press 3.
The first question is from the line of Harshal Mehta from Ceinsys. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Congratulations, sir, and congratulations to the whole team for an amazing set of numbers. Pardon my ignorance, sir, if I have missed any information regarding this question, but I just wanted some clarification regarding the ESOP allotment to Prashant, sir, and some subsequent events after that. As I believe in June 24, Prashant, sir, was allotted roughly around 650,000 options at 10 per share. And later on in Q4 FY25 Concall, Prashant, sir, clarified that he will be surrendering the remaining ESOPs because of the new CEO coming in. And again, in, I guess, July 25, 4 lakh more options were issued to Prashant, sir, at 10 per share, I guess. And recently, in the result announcement, I guess Prashant sir, so it was confirmed that Prashant sir has resigned recently. So just wanted clarity as in how are we looking at this particular scenario? As in the issue price that we are offering and in between also we have offered some ESOPs to other people also, but that too, those were subsequently at higher rates considering this particular thing. So any clarity about this if possible?
Sure. If I can just submit. First of all, let me clarify, the ESOPs to all so far has all been allotted only at par. They have not been any differential pricing. That's point number one. The second point is Prashant sir has been granted the balanced ESOPs during this June 2025, which is part of the deliverables to him. It is only in respect of the future ESOPs which were expected are not going to be given to him because he himself has clarified that he will be active with the company till December 25, and thereafter Suraj sir, who is already been appointed on the board, will take over as a part of the operating the CEO of the company, of the group. So there is absolutely no confusion. It is only whatever was committed and based on his performance, whatever was due has been allotted. The next tranche of, I think, around 200,000, which is not going to be due, will not be granted to him. That is what he has expressed in the, I think, previous investor call. I hope that clarifies.
Right, sir. And sir, just one small thing. I guess previously also when those ESOPs were allotted, so whenever there was notification regarding any kind of KMP selling this particular shares, and the stake was substantially decreased over the time. So just to highlight, if possible, then this can be addressed for future communication if possible.
So, sir, whatever communications are required of the allotment has already been made. The last allotment which was made and due was already communicated.
Not related to allotment, sir. I was saying about the selling of shares.
So I don't think selling of share is what we are required to be providing to the investors, because it is once the shares are allotted, it is up to the shareholder whether he wants to retain or he wants to sell. However, as of now, also he holds substantial shares, which you can see from the shareholding list which has already been filed for 30th of September. Okay. So as I said, there is no lock-in for any of the ESOP shares once allotted, and it is up to the allottee whether to retain or not to retain.
Absolutely, sir. So I was under that impression that might be if any KMP is selling, then there should be any kind of notification. That's why wanted to add it. Thank you so much, sir.
I understand. I don't think there is any obligation to that. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Congratulations, sir, once again for great set of numbers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question is from the line of Jyoti Singh from Arihant Capital Markets Limited. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So I just wanted to understand, our working capital cycle currently stands around 160 days. So what are the near-term steps to bring it down to 120 to 130? And also on the employee cost side has dropped 37% comparatively last year. So what structural efficiency enabled this, and if you can share some highlight on it?
So thanks for your question, Jyoti ji. The working capital cycle for this quarter ended has been at 160 days. And in fact, in the operational highlights in our investor presentation, also we have mentioned that during the first 2 quarters, typically the recoveries are slow because many of these recoveries are due from the government projects. And typically the government projects disbursements happen during Q3 and Q4 substantially. We have already got one tranche of substantial recovery in the month of quarter, which is after the September end. And we have also got a feedback that in the month of November, December, January, we should be able to get a recovery of almost all the overdue debtors. And therefore, we believe that at one point of time, the the working capital cycle would be somewhere near 100, but as a normal kind of cycle which we predict for the purpose of the business in which we are and the government project which we are, we have been maintaining a working capital cycle of around 120 to 127 days even in the past. Therefore, with the kind of the recovery has already happened in one tranche as well as the recovery expected in the next 3 months, we expect that the working capital cycle will remain between 120 to 130 days. However, we will try to bring it down further, and that could happen more so in the quarter 4. I hope I answered your question, Jyotiji.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And sir, on the EBITDA margin side, that we have this time we have performed really well. So, what's our future target?
I'm happy that you noted that our EBITDA margins are improving, and if you see the last 6 quarters, the EBITDA margins have steadily improving. This quarter we have seen a substantial breakthrough. The EBITDA margins have improved by more than 247 basis points and 310 basis points on a year-on-year basis. I think it is only because the old projects which had lower margins are getting completed, and the new projects which are having higher margins are being executed, and that I think, and we also have the statement which we mentioned in the beginning opening statement that our focus on the technology advanced projects like IoT or artificial intelligence ML projects are going to contribute a higher margin, and that is where we see that even the turnover has also been steadily increasing. And
your recording has reached the maximum length. To replay your message, press 1. To delete and re-record your message, press 3. For delivery options, press 4.
So even in this quarter, we have seen that the turnover contributed on the technology solutions has been higher, which also contributes to the overall weighted average percentage of EBITDA. We expect this to continue. However, we don't give any kind of future outlook on what numbers it will be there, but based on the numbers which we have with the project which we are pursuing, we expect this to continuously, steadily improve.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir. I will come.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Chaudhary from Toro Wealth Managers, LLP. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. So, want to understand, sir, what part of the unbilled revenue in this quarter has been carried forward from the last March numbers? And second thing, how much of our billed receivables are pending more than 6 months?
So, if you look at billed revenues more than 80%.
Actually, our 80% data which we have is less than 6 months only.
Okay.
So balance 20% is 10% is more than 6 months, and rest all is more than 1 year. So 80% of the chunk of data is less than 6 months.
Okay. And what about these 20%? Like when do we expect to get them?
Sir, it is expected that we will be getting funds more in the month of March and February, where most of the government departments do get funds. So we will be getting, we will be able to recover this during the financial year end.
Okay. And what part of the unbilled revenue that was there in March has been carried forward in this year? This half.
Unbilled revenue is never like that. It has been carried forward because it is a continuous process. UBR gets generated and the billing also is being done. So there might be a normal chunk or small projects might be there where further billing or something is stuck which is continuous, but that is not the major chunk.
Got it. And we were expected to receive some orders probably that has been long pending actually. Any update on that?
So I think we are on the traction is on it. We are expecting those new kind of signing off of the new orders also within next, I think, quarter 3, quarter 4 is what we already projected. During the quarter 3, quarter 4, we expect some major projects also to be awarded to us.
There is a big pipeline which we have built up over the year. And usually, historically, the numbers are like that. We've been getting orders maximum in the Q4 as the government closes their decision making and the tenders. So that's the national train. And yeah, Q3 we have a good pipeline which we will close. Yeah.
Got it. And last question, could you just share color on the industry, like how, what has been the traction in under the water projects that we are getting, payments with respect to the schemes that we are executing, just overall, although you have explained it in the initial comments and now in the questions. So how it has been compared to last 6 months, 8 months, 1 year back, is the situation better or because other companies are seeing delaying payments and also just wanted some color how the situation is now versus last 8-10 months. Is it better?
So if I can answer that, we have already seen that there was a lull in last 2 quarters because the JJM schemes were also being kind of reviewed by the government. However, the complete review is over. And that is where we saw the first tranche of major recoveries happening in the last week of October. And that is what has given us the vision as well as the confidence that the balance monies are also getting disbursed in this 3 months. As regards the water projects, obviously they are also the kind of bids which we have made. Those also should now open up. And as what Dr. Abhayji mentioned, most of them should be kind of awarded during the quarter 4. Some of them could be quarter 3, quarter 4.
Got it. Very helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to address all questions from all participants, I kindly request everyone to limit your questions to 2 per participant. The next question is from the line of Ayush Agarwal from MAPL Value Investing Fund. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Morning.
Yeah. So just a follow-up on the previous participant's question, I wanted to understand, his question was correct that, of the 30 crores of unbilled revenue as of March, how much would have moved to the billed receivable and how much still stays in unbilled? Because that will help us understand that, of the H1 revenue, how much has moved to unbilled.
So I think our CFO has already clarified that majority has also already been billed, because typically in our project cycle, what happens is that the unbilled revenue is only a temporary phenomena where we have completed the execution of a particular event and then the milestone for billing is achieved in the next quarter. So I would say out of, let's say, 135 crore UPR, we would have more than 125 crore would have been billed so far. It is only 1 or 2 schemes where it was under the lull, as I said, part of the old projects, which would have kept pending. But those also are expected, as already clarified by our CFO, by March. So I think 8 to 10 crore out of 130 odd crore was pending, but that is also under progress and that should also be billed.
Actually, it's a continuous process. The UBR gets, as we progress, we deliver, we achieve the milestone. UBR gets generated and the invoices are also booked continuously.
All right. Just a follow-up on this, you mentioned that there were some recoveries in the month of October. Can you quantify that number?
We have already received one major tranche of around 40 CR. And further recoveries of almost around small other recoveries of around 20 CR has already been made. So in the month of October, last week of October.
Understood. The second question, is on the acquisition part and also going beyond water and Maharashtra. So this is a very big concern that a bulk of our order book revenue still come from Maharashtra, from the water department. What are we doing given we have a presence in UP, we have an office in Lucknow, and UP is a equally large state with lot of, schemes happening there. What are we doing to go beyond water and go beyond Maharashtra, and any update on the acquisition?
We're building already outside Maharashtra.
Yeah, Kaushik, I will take this.
Yeah.
See, it's a spread and it's a sinusoidal kind of a phenomenon. JJM has funded the project, and Maharashtra was, of course, major beneficiary out of that. We got projects from UP as well as Maharashtra and other states. So we are not only focused in water, we are also having good presence in transportation infrastructure, AEC, and energy utilities. So you can see the projects which we are currently are executing. One is major project in energy we are executing in Maharashtra as well as UP. And there is one project for JJM we are executing in UP. We are expecting the extension of that project. The funding was, as Kaushik has mentioned, that there is a lull in funding as well as the approvals of the existing projects by the central government. So it's not only Maharashtra-focused thing, it's a countrywide phenomenon. Having said that, we are also focused into transportation. We just backed a big project from MMRDA, which is 115 crore. I again said we have a big pipeline, which is, again, with water as well as the other domains what we have. I would not divulge into those details as it's a forward-looking statement, but yes, there is a good pipeline wherein we will definitely get a balanced kind of projects in other domains as well. I hope I have tried to answer your question.
And what about the acquisition, sir?
Kaushik, please can
Sorry,
comment.
what about?
Acquisition.
The acquisition.
Okay. Surajji, would you like to take this? Okay, I think is so acquisitions we have been working quite actively since last 3 quarters or 4 quarters. As already explained last time, 2 of the targets have been kind of on the complete due diligence part. We are expecting some kind of way forward within next 1 or 2 months. Hopefully by quarter 3 or quarter 4, we will be able to give some kind of announcement about the acquisitions which we have been pursuing. And as already clarified in the past, the acquisitions will be in the same field of the business segments which we are into, which is one is into the geospatial engineering solutions, second is into the technology upgradation. So we are focusing on that.
Understood. Sir, one final question from my end. On the standalone part, we are doing very wonderful execution, but on the Concall level, we are losing almost 6-7 crores of EBITDA every quarter. And that's a significant chunk. It becomes 25 crores on a yearly basis. So when can we expect...
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Can you please come again in the queue?
Just a final question. It's almost complete, madam, please.
Okay.
If sir may allow. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. No, it's
sir, I was just let you know.
I got it.
So,
let me attempt to answer this. We have also clarified that the subsidiary which has not been reporting positive performance is only because we are investing heavily into the business development over there. So the kind of EBITDA losses which you see are more to do with investment into the business development and some of the efforts into the IP which we are expensing out. So if you look at this quarter also, we expensed out around 7-8 crores, and that is what has been happening in last 2-3 quarters because we are substantially investing into the business development in US market. The result of this is what we are expecting, as we already clarified in the previous investor call, in the quarter 4 of this year and quarter 1 of the next year onwards, we should see a bigger pipeline. There are certain large contracts which are under negotiation also over there, and we expect to kind of give some kind of update on that in the quarter 4. So the investments which are happening and the standalone results are better than the consolidated. Your observation is right, but I think what is the EBITDA negative is more of investment rather than expenditure.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. The next question is from the line of Keshav from Niveshai. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So my question is the trade receivables have risen to about 131 crores. So if you can elaborate on the average payment terms with the suppliers and the credit period we typically operate on. on that.
So, thanks for your question. I think your observation is correct. The trade receivables are about 130 crore. And we also clarified...
The trade payables. I'm talking more trade payables.
Yeah, that's correct. So it is all, first of all, these are based on the deliverables which are, as per the milestone, the invoices are raised. All the receivables have typically payment within 30-45 days. It is only because of most of these receivables are towards the government projects, where because of the funding which they have not been able to secure from the central government, that the funding was delayed and therefore the debtors are there. However, as I mentioned, some of the debtors have also been kind of recovered in the October month, and as just to repeat, October, November, December, January, we should see a lot of recovery of the debtors, and typically the debtors cycle should be between 30 to 45 days. The UBR cycle then adds to it, which is why we said around 120 days is the overall cycle.
Sir, actually, my question was towards the trade payables to the supplier.
Okay. I am hearing as trade receivables. Okay. So trade payables are those payables which are linked to the receivables. There are certain contractors whom we have negotiated to pay based on the payments which are received from our clients. So if you see, the total creditors have also gone up, and the total creditors have gone up by almost 100 crores, while the total receivables have gone up by around 140 crores. So these creditors which have gone up is only because of the increase in creditors by around 58 crores, which are linked to the back-to-back payments. So once we receive the payments from the clients, the payments will be made.
We have cleared a major chunk of payments in the month of October.
Yeah.
Got it.
I hope we answered your question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question is from the line of CA Karvit Goyal from Invest Analytics Advisory LLP. Please go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir, and congrats for a good set of numbers. My first question is on the order book side. I agree. We are saying that in Q3 or Q4 we will be getting some bigger orders. But I want you to share some size of these orders, like what kind of size we are expecting. And one more thing, last quarter when the phone call happened, you mentioned like we will be getting some orders in 2 months, right? Why that didn't happen, sir? So I want you to put some color on that, sir. So that's my first question.
Abhijit, should I answer?
Yeah. I just take it, and then you can extend it on. So we, as I said, we have a pipeline. There are orders, there are process of tendering, there are process of approval for the projects within the department, and the budgetary sanction. So this is a long cycle. However, there is a good build-up of the pipeline, and we have already submitted the bids. Those were not closed, which we were anticipating last quarter. So those are now coming up in this Q3. So perhaps we may find this quarter with the closures which were pending in Q2. And then again, I said that Q4 will be the largest quarter for us for any closures. Whatever numbers we have projected, those will be definitely fully. We will even go beyond that. That's what I can say at this point in time. Kaushik, over to you.
Yeah, I think that answers majority of your question. And what you asked about the ticket size. So based on our past experience of last 3-4 quarters, you would have seen that we look at bidding large orders, minimum ticket size of let's say 50 CR. Some of the orders which we are in the pipeline could be in the range of around 100 CR, 150 CR also. So as and when we are able to kind of fructify those orders, we'll be able to declare that as a part of normal procedure, which we mentioned at the stock exchange. There are certain small orders which keep on coming, for which either the follow-up action was done, but they are not significant for the efforts. We are only focusing on right now building up the major order book as what Abhijit is mentioning. And we also clarified in the previous investors call that our pipeline is substantial, and we expect in the Q3, Q4, some major sign-off happening in the range of around 700-800 crore was already clarified during the quarter one call.
So this 700, 800 is the what we have bidded for, right?
Yes, no, we have bid for more. We are expecting the closure of those bids which we expect in quarter 3, quarter 4 is what we are mentioning. There are certain orders for which we have bid or we have done a pre-sales for it, which will take some time. It may not close in quarter 3, quarter 4. That pipeline will continue. However, the closure, what we expect are in the range of this amount.
So out of that 700, 800 CR, what is the success probability there? Because what is the competitive intensity there?
I think that will be all subject to the actual numbers. Abhayji, you want to comment on that?
See, there are two parts of that. One is you bid for a L1 side and there are a lot of competition. Some are the technology projects where we have a niche kind of offerings and where we have an advantage over winning the tender. So I can say out of the 700, 800, we can win up to 70% to 80%. I cannot put a number to that, but that's the probability we can expect to have.
Understood. And did we lose any orders to our competitors in the recent times?
Not really. Whenever we find that we could be outbidded, we do not want to, participate by putting our bid. Where we have a niche technology and where we find that we will have an advantage, the pricing and all technology, both advantage means both sides. So then we actually go and bid. So we do a lot of due diligence. We do not bid every project. There are so many projects and there are so many players that come, but we have a very niche kind of offerings and we have capabilities and unique advantage or others. Those we bid. In fact, we work closely with the customers on those bids, and then we go and win those projects. I hope that answers your question.
Got it. And so lastly, on the inorganic acquisition, last time we said about we will be doing it by December. We will be announcing something. But now we are saying it will be in Q4. So I'm not able to understand why this delay is happening, sir, or quarter.
Sir, I think I clarified I didn't say quarter 4. It should happen in next 1 or 2 months. So I am not able to pinpoint a specific timeline by which it should be closed because it's a large exercise. It requires complete due diligence. We don't want to just venture to acquire a company just for the sake of it. And I think we are taking all the necessary precautions so that we sign off a deal which is favorable for us. So hopefully we should get something in December. Otherwise, we'll keep track of it and then we'll communicate in the next investors call.
Thank you very much, sir, and all the best for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question is from the line of Darshil Jhaveri from Crown Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Hello. Hopefully I'm audible. Yeah. So a lot of people have asked the question that I wanted to ask for. So just two parts from my end, sir. So the order info that we are saying that 700, 800. So we maintain that JGM scheme 400 crores and the rest scheme 400, right? That's the number one question that I have.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Those are the indications which we had already provided. We are right now not making any changes in those estimates.
Okay, fair enough, sir. So, sir, just to elaborate on that, sir, so JGM, I don't know if a lot of peers or anyone else is starting to get orders. So, is it a possibility that, it's even further delayed because it's not even in our hands? We may have bidded for it, but if the government doesn't allocate, then we cannot do anything. So, is it a possibility that this year it might be just 400 crores and that JGM project we might get it in FY27 because we are not in the market, you were there, so we could very be grateful to hear your perspective on it because yeah.
Abhayji, would you like to take it?
Yeah. So see, what JJM is an opportunity, and then that will continue for next 2 years. But we are not completely relying on that. having said that, we have built up a good funnel outside of the JJM or outside of the water. That's what I've said. We have very good funnel in the energy segment and in the municipal segment. So a lot of projects we are buying, we would probably get, and then what the number we have committed or what we internally what we have decided what we should do, that we are very much on the plan, and we would be closing all those. And whatever comes out of JJM, if that really happens, that will be advantage, and that will be more than what we are envisaging to close this year.
Okay, fair enough, sir. And so just the other question for the acquisition side. So, what space are we looking at? Is it, more to do with government orders, or is it a more like a private player? What is the size of acquisition that we are targeting? I don't want any firm answers, but a range would also do, like, is it in this space, and, like, is it more towards government contract? Because we have some reliance on government, right? So, that's
So Kaushik just clearly mentioned in his opening speech as well as one or two answers he had given. See, we are trying to identify company, and we have identified company which is complementing to our offerings, which is geospatial engineering, what we call an AEC, and the mobility side. Now we are focusing on the geospatial and engineering side. There is a good market in US. Company which has the good logos and good customers, maybe they are working with government in US or private tier 1 players. Those companies we are vying for, and then we have identified such companies. Those can be an Indian company, those can be a US based company, but those are the major targets, and we have really worked upon that very hard. We have people who are identifying. We have done a lot of exercise on that, and we are on target. But as what Kaushik has already said, next 1 or 2 months you may find something is happening in that.
So what's the rough size of it? Like, example, a 50 crore company or 20 crore company. I don't want an exact figure, but a rough range. Okay, this is what we are looking at, because we've improved our margins and everything very well. So will it be margin accretive, EPS accretive? Just any kind of color on that would be really good. This is what we are looking at. I know whatever closes, then that closes, but at least that's our filter for us.
Kaushik, please, you can take.
So, see, as I said, I don't want to speculate. We have, and if you have seen our intentions, we have already mobilized $28 million, which is 235 crores. So our target is not to look at 2, 5, 10 crore companies, small companies. We are looking at companies which have potential of either generating a revenue of 50, 100, 200 crore is what we are looking at. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's wait for some more time. We have waited enough, and I think in next 1 or 2 months, or maximum by next 1 quarter, we should be able to give some kind of good news.
Okay, fair enough. Can I ask one more question, sir?
I think moderator would request you to come again.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The next question is from the line of Kaushal Sharma from Equinox Capital Ventures Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir.